Rob, welcome to Axel's Garage. Alright, today on Axel's, it's cold out. Robbie, what do you think?
It's cold.
Cold? Like 55?
Sure.
55. I'm going to say it's just freaking cold out. And it's dark. We're under the tent in the driveway because we got a headlight out and we're taking this truck on a 1,200 mile trip tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock in the morning. So in like, what, 8-9 hours, we're on the road. And we need to fix the headlight. My wife already got pulled over once. But like any good work on yourself car guy, you wait for your wife to get pulled over and yell before you're about to fix the headlight. So now, a week ago when it first went out, we already gave it the smack. And we got it to work for a couple more days. But it's out. Only one side. And you know what that means. The other side's gonna go sooner or later. Probably sooner than later. But the one problem that we did have the last time we replaced the bulbs in this was we noticed the headlights were like aimed a little funny, and they were never really bad. But all of a sudden, one was high, one was low, and we didn't really know what to make of it. And when I replaced the bulbs the last time, what I found was that these headlight assemblies have these adjusters built into the headlight assemblies themselves, and they're all plastic. And over the years of heating and cooling and engine heat coming out and headlight heat and cold weather and warm weather, they decay and get crappy and they break. And that's what it is. This one's kind of loose. Actually, one of these, this one's kind of facing down. You can see, Robbie, you got that on camera there? You can see how this one's kind of in and it kind of moves around like that. And then on this one, on this side, it was actually down. It was pointing almost down. And I think this is the one I have a piece of rubber fuel line like wedged in there to bring the headlight up, and it's actually a little too high because every once in a while people will flick me on the road. So we're going to replace them. So now to fix those adjusters, the easiest way to do it is just to replace the headlight assemblies. We went on Amazon, we got new bulbs, and we'll put a link in the description below. And we got new assemblies. The assemblies come with these lights here and these lights. We're only going to do these lights tonight because we're lazy. We're just going to pop these in with the new bulbs, and hopefully they're already adjusted good enough out of the box. And it's really easy. So let me open up the box and open up the hood, and we'll get started on it. Alright, so this truck, the low beam bulbs are 9006. We chose the Philips Vision Plus, which says up to 60% more vision. It's probably bullshit, but they were at a decent price. Got them on Amazon. 2 days later, actually this came the first day. This came a day later. It was the headlight assemblies that I'll bring over here that took 2 days to get. But of course, I waited till the last minute, and that will always be the case for me because, like I said, we're leaving soon. We're going to Virginia. Going to see my daughter at school. It's homecoming weekend, Radford University in Radford, Virginia. That's my alma mater, sort of. I went there, didn't graduate, but I'm participating in the alumni lacrosse game this weekend. I'm not playing, I'm reffing. Yep, that's what washed up old guys do, is they ref because they can't play anymore. Alright, we got 4 boxes in the one big box. Gonna be 2 headlights. 2 headlight assemblies, hopefully, and 2 parking light assemblies. Made in China. Don't call me a racist. They're made in China. Look, made in Taiwan. They're made in 2 different places. So I got Taiwan, China. There's a lot of diversity here at Axel's Garage going on today. Right, Robbie? Robbie the big dummy's behind the camera today. What, you don't like diversity? Right? They say diversity's good, right? That's why every once in a while I get Spanish coffee.
What's that?
Spanish coffee? It's strong coffee. Alright, so which one do we have here? We want the one that goes on this side right now. And it looks like we might have won the 50% lottery. Ah, we did. Alright, let's box that away. Alright, and here we go. Oh shit, look at that. Alright, these are about 60 bucks or so. I'm going to say $66 shipped, 2 days. And guess what they have? Fucking bulbs. So I didn't need to buy the bulbs. Which isn't a horrible thing to have an extra set of bulbs. Glove compartment, toolbox, extra set. If you're on the road, you got a bulb, the bulb goes out. All right, makes the job a lot easier, because that one screwed up thing about changing the bulbs is that you can't get oils from your hand on the bulb, because that's bad, and it makes a hot spot on the glass, and then the bulb blows prematurely, so you got to put gloves on, but you touch the gloves when you put the gloves on, so you hold it with a paper towel. It's a pain in the ass. Only pain in the ass by changing headlight bulbs. Anyway, finally, an automotive engineer did something right. This era, Yukon, Suburban, Silverado, whatever the other one, Sierra, this era trucks, they have this neat little feature. You know, yeah, you gotta rip the entire dashboard out of the car to replace the evaporator for the AC, but the headlights, look at that. They pin them in. These pins come right out. You getting this, Robbie?
Yep.
All right, these pins come right out. We'll do a close up on the other one, being that we're doing a distant one. You got that, dummy?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then they pop right out, and they pop out like that, and then you just press the little tabby dicky on the back of the thingy, on the back of the bulbs that are in there, right? And then you got them out. Now this is the adjuster piece here. So you got this little screw dicky here that's going to adjust this in and out. So if it's sitting like this, it's going to adjust it in and out that way. And then you have one over here which adjusts this one in and out that way, and that's your adjustment. So now these two bulbs are actually good. So I was, happy that I don't save crap like this anymore, but now we're going to save this one because the bulbs are in it, and I don't want to take the bulbs out of it, because if I take the bulbs out of it, I know I'll either wind up touching them or now this light here is just as easy to replace. Once you got those pins out, there's a little plastic clip that you hit with your finger, and the whole thing pulls out. The problem is we have to drill out the back, because we have hideaway strobes that are tapped in and drilled into these housings. So we're going to leave these housings the way they are for now, and we'll put them in another day. So we're only going to do the top ones here. So, now that there's already bulbs in it, you don't even have to put the bulb in. Just take your connector. If you want to, you can add a little dielectric grease, but I just put these bulbs in not that long ago, and I did add some dielectric grease. So I'm going to snap these in. Right, make sure they snap in. Make sure you still got your little rubber booties on there. And now this light is going to go in. The only little bit of a catch there is just make sure you don't pinch your wires when you're putting them in, because that usually will stop the pins from lining up correctly. And sometimes that's when you break the adjusters, is when you are trying to fit these pins in and you're forcing it. And when you force it is when those adjusters break also. So then you get the pin, you get it all the way down, and you push it in to close it like that. And then this one here, same thing, you get it, you give it a little wiggle going down, and you'll know if you don't have it because it won't go down all the way. Then you gotta look and see, and you might have to give it a little shake, a little wiggle to get it all the way down. If you're not making it all the way down, that means that you're not in all the way. So you pull this one up a little, and you try to readjust it. Right, and it got all the way down. Now let's see if we get this one all the way down. This one's off just in here. See, if it was daylight, it would be much easier to see in there. But why wait for daylight to do this? Let's do it at night. All right, and that's it. Now we're hoping these are adjusted out of the box. I don't know, they look kind of high. We'll have to go take it for a quick road test and maybe just adjust it up and down a little bit. All right, so I'm going to come over to the other side, and Robbie's going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see exactly what I'm doing with a little tighter view. Because I'm calling him Big Dummy now on purpose, because all you people love to comment about how horrible it is that I call him Big Dummy. It's a term of affection.
Love and affection.
Yes, love and affection, as the little Big Dummy says over there. Hey, put the dog, you got the dog out now.
Gotta go. Got it.
Alright, the idiot dog likes to chase everything that he sees, so we want to keep him locked up. Alright. So we take our second made in Taiwan headlight assembly. Alright, which goes on the other side. And it's the same thing, alright? Don't go too close, because you'll be in the light. All right, but you got your 2 pins. You pull the pin out of the clippy dicky, pull it up, put it down. You pull that one out of the clippy dicky, pull it up, pull it down, and then this assembly, all right, comes right out. All right, and you got this little tab here. You lift it up and pop it off the bulb. Alright, see, and you got a little rubber boot on the thing that keeps the water out. Make sure you don't lose the rubber boot. Same thing on this side, pull the tab up, pull it out. And there you go. Now we know this bulb is bad. So this is our bad one, so we'll give it the quarter turn that it needs to get out. And we'll pull it out. And we'll throw this one out, because we know that one's bad, but this bulb, the high beam or the bright, depending on where you live, you might call it a high beam or a bright, like New York City guys call it the brights. Hey, you got your brights on, right? All right, so putting it back in, same thing. If you want, you can put a tiny dab of dielectric grease on each contact. Like I said, these were greased recently, last time I changed the bulb, so I really don't think it's necessary. All right, you're gonna slide it in, gonna make it snap. All right, and then your other one over here, same thing, slide it in. And I felt that snap. It really wasn't loud, but I felt it. All right, and the same thing. You're gonna put this one in. Now, before I put this one in, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and figure out what size this is, so I know for when we have to adjust it, so it's easy to get the size, because they are different. If you look, this looks like a little Torx, maybe a T10 Torx, and this one here looks almost like it's a little Phillips, right? Or it's got the inverted Torx on the outside, but I'm gonna go with the inside one because I don't have inverted Torx, I don't think. Let me go look. All right, so it looks like it's got a little inverted Torx or a regular Torx. It's a 15, fits in the middle, right? And turn that way and that way. It turns nice and easy because they're new. And then on this one, it looks like it's got some kind of inverted Torx, but it's also got a Phillips head. And a number 2 fits in there pretty nicely, all right? And it turns nice and easy. So I'm going to pop these in. Now we know what size it is, so we don't have to futz around with that. All right. See, this one, there is the this cable here and a wire harness here. So this one, it goes in the same exact way. It doesn't slide in as easy as the other side. I wonder if this truck was hit on this side, because I've always had a little trouble with this one, where the other headlight goes in nice. This side is always giving me a little bit of trouble. Alright, let me bang that down, and we're in. Alright, so both headlights are in. They both look like they're aimed a little high, but the only way to tell is really to go for a ride. Let's just turn them on, make sure they work. Both on, dummy?
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
Alright, so that was it. Quick 10 minutes. What they cost, I think they're about 66 bucks, Amazon Prime. I'll put a link to the ad or the place you could buy these. You get the headlights and you get the daytime running lights,
And the bulbs.
directioners, and the bulbs that you don't need. But I'll put all those links in the description below. Real quick, easy fix. Just when you're going to do this, try not to wait until a couple hours before you're about to leave when it's dark. It's a lot easier to do in the daylight. You can see those pins going in. Don't force them. Like you saw, I had a little trouble getting this one in, and that was always the case. Just don't force it. Take a look and see what's hanging up and why it's not lining up. Just give it a little wiggle. Don't force it too much. You'll break those adjusters. And now you got nice, clear headlights. It actually looks a hell of a lot better. I really need to do these soon because this, right? That looks real nice compared to these, what are they, 18 years old now? Right? So they do, wear and yellow and oxidize. But we're all set. All we got to do is give them a quick adjustment. I'm going to do it against the garage door and just make sure they're not blinding anybody. Then we're going to check all fluids, put air on the tires or check the air on the tires, and we're out of here at 5 a.m. Because when you're a New Yorker and you live on the other side of the city, you got to leave at like 4:45, 5 a.m. to get through the city without hitting the crazy ass New York traffic, so that we can get down south of the Mason-Dixon line where we belong. That's it today from Axel's Garage. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up or a thumbs up for the Big Dummies camera work. And if you like what we're doing here at Axel's Garage, subscribe to our channel. And as always, thanks for watching.